What's going on, guys? As you can see, we are framing this bad boy up, baby. Let's go. So excited for this. Can't wait to show you guys all the updates in this video. Make sure if you guys at the end of the video, like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's the 4th of July. Happy 250, everybody. It's happy 250 to me. It looks like they've made a little bit of progress over here, which is awesome. So here we go. Boom, we got some walls up. This is awesome to see, by the way. This is so freaking cool to see this. So they got, looks like the garage adjoining wall up and the side adjoining wall up to the, well, just the exterior wall on that side of the house. This is freaking awesome, dude. So if you guys, you're new, building my own house. I build houses for work, so it's not like it's my first time ever building a house, but this is mine. So this is my house and my fiance's house. Look at this. They got some walls. This one's on the ground. That is built somewhat. This wall's up here. It's been super hot here, here in the Midwest. And I'm sure it's hot everywhere. It's like July, right? Super hot out. So this is so exciting, though. I know it's slow working when it's this hot. The other thing that's super exciting from the last time I was here is I had to find the sewer tap where I put it outside of the house. And I don't know if you guys can see this here, but we got the lines in and they should be under pressure test. So I'm actually going to go see what that looks like over there. So running down my safe walk board there. Man, they're leaving ladders and stuff. That's the nice thing about having my property so far back is people are able to leave some stuff and it's really not that big of a deal, but so got a lot of water coming out here. So it should be seeping through my drain tile now. You can kind of tell it's following this path here, so it's kind of seeping out. But anyways, getting to the meat and potatoes of this and stop talking about my drainage and water. Oh man, look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. All of our piping's in. That's awesome. So right now it's under pressure test. Let's see if it's still got some pressure on it. Looks like it's down to 0. So it's not pressured. So I'll have to talk to them and see what's up with that. But got a Kentucky drain over there. That's where my floor drain is for my furnace. Got the bathroom vent. Got the bath. That's the toilet there. So yeah, this is super cool. Super, super exciting. So that's what we got going on here. All this in. I'll have to let him know that dropped pressure just to make sure we're good. I'm going to check the fall on all this stuff. I'm sure he did a good job. These guys are pretty good. Some of them must have gave out there and then goes out the house there. So they had to dig a bunch of this up. So I know they had probably, man, they had to dig some rocks and stuff out too. They had a lot of digging to do here to get down to that level, which is good. I gave them a ton of fall just because I wanted to make sure that they didn't have any issues. And it looks good from walking it, but it's going to be hard to say. Wow, my hair is in peak form right now. I need to get a haircut. My fiance just gave me the okay to buzz my hair. So I'm going to have to not be able to do that for like the wedding stuff. But, you know, right now it's okay. Might be buzzing my hair soon, so might see me with no hair. Anyways, here's probably one of the main stacks. This is probably going to catch the master bathroom, which is here. It's also going to catch the kitchen, which is over here, and it's going to catch the toilet for over here. So this will catch all of that stuff, and we'll run all the way over that way to that side of the house. But that's the plumbing. That's kind of the update so far. Nothing else has really happened. They still got to permanently secure these beams, cut the LVL, do the stair holes, all that stuff. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Gives me a couple more weeks and this thing should be mostly framed. That's what we got going on and not much else. I'm going to go in the swimming pool. So I'm going to go swim over at the future in-laws and we're going to have a good time and it's going to be nice and cool. It's not super hot today. It's actually a really good day for a pool day. It's like high 80s versus the rest of the week, which has been in the 90s. Driveway's holding up pretty good. Man, I have ADHD really bad. I'm going from pool to driveway, but that's what I'm looking at. Whatever I look at, I say. So, anyways, happy 4th of July, everyone. Well, here's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours. I got just a little bit of gravel laying around. It's grits. It's like sand and pea gravel mixed together. I got to get all this into there. So I'm going to knock this son of a gun out. I had a good surprise today. I came over here and this wall's plywood is ripped off. Not only is it ripped off, it was all laying down in this hole right here where I have to fill this. Not only that, it jacked up my drain tile that I did. So now I got to fix all that. I had to put my overboots back on, which I hate doing. It's like 85 degrees. It's almost 5 o'clock. I've been working all day. What am I going to do? But it's what it takes to get it done. You just got to get it done. So I'm going to knock this bad boy out. I'm going to fill all this in with that grits there. Hopefully it's enough. I think it is. It's about 100 tons. So we'll see. Well, still putting gravel in the garage. Turns out that what we're gonna end up doing is actually pouring 5 inches above the front and then sloping it back to where it's, I'm doing 3 inches of fall. It's like 3 seconds per foot. It is what it is. I'm not gonna have enough gravel. I need to get this poured. So it's not that big of a deal. I was possibly gonna do that anyways. It's nicer to have it higher up with no step. It'll be about a 6.5 inch step into the house. That's pretty normal. I'm about to lay my piers out here, so I got to do some math, pull them off the house, spray them on the ground. It's like almost 6 o'clock already. It's been a crazy day, a long day, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I guess I was supposed to get these guys material. Probably a little bit of a fumble on my part. They didn't show up yesterday, they didn't show up today. I need to get it done, so I'm gonna have to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, go get it, come back, and then I gotta go back down. It's about a half an hour for me to go to work too, so it's gonna be an hour round trip, and then I gotta go back down for another hour. So I have an hour and a half drive tomorrow morning, and then we're supposed to go to Norris Lake, down to Tennessee, which for us is like a 3 to 4 hour drive, depending on where you go from, right, in the time of day. So 4.5 hours, something like that. So it's somewhere in there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was supposed to take my other vehicle to work, so then I could go down and drive my other car down to Norris, but we'll see how that works. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray these out and then see what's going on. So we're augering the holes now. We got the back 2 done, we got the front couple done. I got the garage filled, and you can see I put my waterproofing there. So when we pour up to there, that runs past the foundation. So if any water were to get behind my slab or behind it or up against the wall or whatever, it's not gonna go underneath it. So gonna do that. I ended up cutting the extra band board. There's a band board inside of this one, so I cut it and it's laying there. Now I just cut it out, and I was gonna cut it. I cut the length, and I was gonna put it in that little spot there so I could waterproof it all. The thing doesn't fit. It's so tight I can't get the freaking thing in there. So gotta do that. This, which I thought I needed to go get a new LVL for in the morning, doesn't show an LVL on the print for the joist package. So that's fine. Gonna need to be a 2x12. Actually, I just got something back from that, so I will look at that later. But yep, gonna go ahead and I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed soon. I gotta go cook dinner still. So I'm so tired. Gonna get ready to get up in the morning. Maybe run these guys material, maybe not. So well. Gonna go from there, and I will see you guys at another point in time. All right, it's break time, and this is how we like to spend our breaks after working hard all week. This is what we're doing. We're on a jet ski. We're at Norris Lake, Lake Norris, however you want to say it. First time here. This is fantastic. It's super awesome. Can't be more excited about this, but I'm just kind of ripping on these little backwaters here. I don't even know if there's technically backwaters or the whole lake. If any of you guys have been to Lake Norris, it's so big, and there's so much like spider webbing branching off of it. It's insane. So this is what I'm doing. I'm wearing my shirt here, my Whiskey Help shirt, because whiskey does help. But before I drop my phone in the water, I'm gonna go. This place is great. This jet ski's running very good. It's a little different than what I'm used to from the last jet skis that my in-law family used to own. They were a little different, but I'm loving this. It's a good break time. Now that the break will be over soonish, I got 4 days, so 4 days of break. So we'll be back after this short message. Well, it's the morning after the concrete's poured. Piers are in, garage is in, basement's in. Everything went well. Everything got passed by our inspector. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and load these up now, and I gotta take all this stuff back because if I don't get it back this week, they're gonna start charging me for it, which I ain't got the money to pay for that. So let's go ahead and get this stuff loaded up, and I'll be right back. So we're all loaded up. Both of these were loaded up in here. I loaded up these cages. These are number 3 pre-bents. These were for the sonotubes. They're called number 3s because they're 3/8 of an inch. If you know rebar lingo, number 3s, number 4s, number 5s, number 6, all the way up, right? So number 4s are typically what you use for everything else. Those are the bars. Number 4 bars are 1/2 inch, 3/8. They go like 1/8 increments. This is all the hardware loaded up now. These panels I got to take back another time. I'm not gonna have space for them. I do only have a 150, so it's not that good with that much weight, and also the bed just doesn't have the space. So now we can get to the meat and potatoes. We got the garage, so they're gonna start framing this today. They're gonna frame this wall. This wall is a little unique because the whole thing pitches from front to back. Well, the way I'm looking at it, but it's really side to side if you're looking at it from the house, from front on the house. So this has to be 10-foot studs because it gets progressively taller because of the way that the slope is. Now, a lot of times you would have like a flat ledge that's the same height either as the wall, or it would step up to like subfloor level, not subfloor level, but like plate level. And then you would have your plate continuous all the way over. I don't have that. So what we're doing is we're just gonna make it work. Same thing here. This will be taller because this is about 3.5 inches shorter than this. So I'll show you guys the house now. We got some of the framing done. So here's our step into the house. It's only about 6 inches, very comfortable. Here's our laundry room here. So we have like I think a washer, sink in the corner, and then dryer, or vice versa with the washer and dryer. Not too sure yet, but here, when you walk in through here, this will be a pocket door. We'll come in here, and this is our bedroom. So our bedroom's a little bit smaller than I think I probably wanted. Now I know I designed the house myself, so that's like, well, why didn't you design it to be a little bit bigger? And it's just hard because there's nowhere to take space out of. This wall here, I can't really take space out of it because on the other side, we have this closet, right? This is a pantry, and we have this door. So if I shift the door over, I lose countertop space. And Mary wanted some countertop space on either side of the cooktop. So I didn't want to make this smaller because I have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of food. We have cooking gadgets and everything. Now we're going to have a lot of cabinets, so I guess that's fine. But I didn't want to make that any smaller. Over on this other side, where we have the bathroom, we have a commode here. We have our shower. Didn't want to make the shower smaller. Didn't want to make the commode smaller. So without making the entire house smaller, this is kind of what we get. So there's going to be another window here. I know you guys can't see that it's small, but it feels a little small. Now, that might change because this wall does come all the way out to here. So from this line out, it doesn't feel that small now. And maybe it'll be fine. I think it might be okay. But our closet will go there. Our bathroom will go there. And our stairs will end somewhere in here. So really looking good. The basement concrete I haven't even seen yet. But let me just show you guys upstairs. Here's our dining room window. Boom. So nice big window to let a lot of natural light in. We have our windows for our great room. We have a TV wall here. Could add a fireplace. I'm debating on it, like a ventless fireplace. Might do it downstairs instead. So we'll have our couch somewhere in here, a little walkway, boom, to get in. And then the front door. So front door, coat closet, which will be nice. We're going to walk in from the front, and we'll have our little commode here. So this will be kind of a decorative. This is going to be the checkered green and white tile in here. And then we'll probably do a wainscoting and a fun wallpaper. So I think it's going to look awesome. We'll have our vanity here, toilet here, specifically because if the door's open and the toilet's there, you're going to see it from this angle more. So if you're walking in and the toilet's right here, you might see the very little tip of it, but mostly you're going to see the vanity, which is really what I want. So Got a cool little 45. That's kind of how I designed this. I spent a lot of time on this entryway trying to make it feel seamless. So when you walk in, we'll have a little light chandelier or something. And when you walk in, if this were boxed off here and this were boxed off even here, this wall comes out so far. It feels like it takes a lot away from the house. And then you have this really weird space from here to there. So when I redesigned this like 30 times, I finally came up with doing this because it helped me get a good size commode and it helped me clean this space up to where now, you know, you're walking in here. Now, I don't know that these angles are exactly the same, but that's kind of besides the point. This is going to be cool. You're going to walk in here. Our office will be here, commode. This office will have a glass door, not a pivoting door, I don't think, but just like a door with glass. We could have on this wall here done like a double French door or something, but I don't know. It seems like looking this way or looking in. I rather it come from this area. This isn't a huge room, this office, so there's probably enough room for 2 people to sit back to back and work relatively comfortably, I think. Let's get back down here. I want to show you guys the basement a little bit. Everything's going good though. The trusses showed up and they couldn't get delivered, so they're gonna have to come back later. And then I gotta get to work after I show you guys all this stuff. Wow, I haven't been down here yet. This is so freaking great. Look at this. Look at this. This is our freaking basement. So here's our bedroom's gonna be in this corner. We have a window. We have our, I think this is just a vent. And then we have our toilet. Maybe it's our toilet and this is our drain for our sink. That Kentucky drain's for the furnace. So that wall is gonna come in, I think probably right here on this. That wall is gonna come right here. And so this is the tub. The tub will come out this way. Sometimes if they are good and they like doing it this way, they'll put half of it on the unfinished side and half of it on this side so they can work both sides. And if you ever need to service it, you can service it from the unfinished area. The furnace is gonna sit here. Here's my little drop beam that I did so I can have my run go all the way down this way with my heating and air for my cold air return and the heat runs. So that's what we got. Here's all my I-joists, little nice I-joists, little dudes. They're only 42 feet long. So stair hole, this has got to get cut back. This is a good representation. So this is how wide the stairs are from here to here. So this will get cut, get permanently supported here. Boom, get permanently supported on the other side of this stair. So it'll be stairs here. These will come down, boom, landing, boom, and then they'll come down the rest of the way down here. This is coming together super nice. I do have a clean out over here. At least I had a clean out over here. I don't really know what happened to it. I don't know if they might have came and actually capped it. Wow, I'm surprised that he actually did that already. So he came out, there was a clean out here, and I actually just noticed this now. So I did tell my plumber, I said, hey, I would like to have this clean out not be, I think that's part of the pipe right there. I didn't want the clean out to be in this main area. So I think they came and actually cut it and they capped it off below the concrete level, which is awesome because you need a clean out. But what we can do, what we can do is we can put a clean out on the outside of the house right as it comes out of the house. So it'll be somewhere in here instead of in the basement, which is really, really, really nice because there's always gonna be a clean out on the other side of the house. So one of these over here is a clean out. I think either here or here, or we'll put one on this main stack here that goes up. So we'll have a clean out on this side of the house, and you're supposed to have one when you go out of the house. So, and the way that you can get around that is you put one on the outside right as you're going out because you don't have to have it on the inside. So now, if anything were to happen to our pump system, I don't need to have a clean out right in the middle of my entertainment space because this is going to be like entertainment. This is the bar. So that works out so nice. Wow. I love when my ideas just come out to fruition and they all make a lot of sense sometimes, which is just great. It's just kind of like validating that I do know what I'm doing because this is my first house that I'm building. But I I'm really happy about it. So that's going to be it for now. As you can see, they're going to get framing here pretty soon. The rest of the lumber is coming today. I have to drop off one more check today. I've almost everybody's paid up, so I have one more check, and then let the framers rock and roll for probably, I think, 4 days. I think 4 days will get them to where we're completely ready for trusses in the basement and upstairs. That's kind of what we're rocking with now, schedule wise. I'm gonna load up this stuff, just this little blower and these straps, and then I need to do some cardio. I'm so winded from walking around. It's ridiculous. So gonna leave it there. I'll see you guys on the next update. Gonna be a big update because it's mostly framing now. So I'm gonna come back either today or tomorrow and screw the subfloor. But yeah, without me rambling on anymore and going through my ever-growing schedule, take care and stay tuned for the next video.